welcome. What's up? Alright, what is my stream health at? Not great. But that's alright. Okay. Hey, what's up, Warlock? What's going on? Okay, so literally this stream is just like I'm just doing it for fun. There's no real point to it. I'm gonna be doing logic homework, but I'm also going to be playing piano, so hopefully that's happening too. So that's a thing. That's what's going on. Yeah, not much. Okay. Alright, so logic, let's get into it. See, whenever I do my homework, I always like pretend that I'm talking to people, but I figured today, why don't I actually talk to people as I do my homework? It's a little different though. It's different when there's actually people there. But alright, this is a graded discussion. Great. Alright, part 1. Create a short and simple argument of your own in English, like those in the text's exercises. Oh, so I have to read the text for this. Okay, well, I bet I don't need it though. Let's just try this. Your argument should have the following properties. There's this thing, and it sounds like Snarky Puppy to me, but I can't figure out which song it is. It goes like, no, how does it go? Yeah, that's how it goes. Something like that. I can't figure out who it is. The piano is panned all the way to the left. Oh. Okay, that's interesting. Let's see. So that's all the way to the left, eh? Let's see if oh gosh, okay. Advanced audio properties. Okay, I'll downmix it to mono maybe. Is that better? I don't know. Is that better? Is it still off to the left at this point? What does that mean there? Oh, okay, good. Great. I did improve my setup with a duct tape mic. Yeah, I don't know how long like it's taking for me to see this stuff, so you probably send it and then like 30 seconds later I react to it, but yeah, no, this duct tape mic is great, man. It's actually, I mean, it actually works for pretty much everything. You know, it's not optimal for shock absorption, but my mic isn't that great anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Like, shock absorption is not that important compared to the mic's poor quality. Relatively poor quality compared to, you know what I mean? Like, shock mounts you need a good shock mount if you have a good mic, but if you have a crappy mic, then you don't really need a good shock mount. Anyway, to make a difference, that is. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, the snarky puppy thing I was trying to do earlier. It actually goes like, my mic stand's kind of in the way, but it kind of goes like this. Like that, right? And it's this like, which is basically just like major chords, but it's going up a Phrygian scale. So it's like C major, C flat major, or sorry, C major, D flat major, E flat major. And there's a Snarky Puppy song that sounds like that. And I can't figure out which one it is. But anyway. God, that's so messy. I'm so messy right now. I guess I'm in a swivel chair with my legs crossed and I've got a mic stand in the way, so I guess I have excuses, but they're not really valid ones though. Should still be able to do that cleanly. Okay, the argument should have the following properties. It has at least 3 premises. It is truth functional. It is valid and can be proven valid using at least 2 of the first 8 inference rules. Okay, well, I need the textbook to know what the first 8 inference rules are. It can easily be symbolized and proven valid within natural deduction, which apparently is like a field of something because it's capitalized. State your argument in English, symbolize it in truth functional language / symbolic form, and then prove it valid using at least 2 of the first 8 inference rules. Okay. So this is actually like breaking down how you can determine that an argument is valid, because we know we have fallacies and we can talk about like, oh, this is a fallacy, this is a fallacy. But then we actually need a way to confirm that an argument is valid that's more than just, oh yeah, that makes sense to me, I guess. I mean, but fundamentally it's all going to be that, because fundamentally our perception of reality is subjective, so we need to assume things. But if we all agree on something, then it's probably okay to assume that it's right, especially if it doesn't regard things typically related to our survival. Because of course, like we might all agree that we need to survive, but that can pretty easily be explained through evolution, so that's not necessarily logically the case. Anyway, okay. How much of my time do I spend with music? Depends on what you mean by spending time with music, like doing what I'm doing right now. I mean, I do this all the time, like pretty much any time, like while I'm watching YouTube, while I'm doing my homework, anytime. I'm playing my keyboard if I have it, which is all the time at my house, but like explicitly practicing, I don't do that too often, but I spend a lot of time on music, yeah. Yeah, sometimes I think maybe it's like too much because it's not giving me enough time for pursuing philosophical things that are actually objectively important, like, pursuing the truth of meta-ethics, which is definitionally something that ought to be done. So am I wasting time doing music? I think like it's obviously important for me to stay sane and for me to like have a relatively normal life in order to facilitate the thinking that needs to go into that philosophy. But there's always the question of could I push it farther and maximize the probability that I'm actually making a meaningful contribution, and thus the probability that meta ethics will actually be figured out, which I think is extremely low, but it's not zero, so you have to do it, man. The mic stand is in my way, I swear. I can do bass lines sometimes, but I'm not playing any low notes because the mic stand is in the way. Maybe I can adjust this so that it's better. So that I can actually, let's see, maybe that'll work. Maybe that'll work better. Yeah, I think I can reach bass notes now. I can like, oh yeah. So, okay, let's get back to logic. I guess I need to open up the textbook, eh? I forgot how to even do that. It's been like 2 weeks since I've actually looked at this class. It's an online class. I think that should be pretty obvious. Well, I don't know. I guess there could still be like online discussions or tests, even if it's an in-person class. So yeah, I can do bass lines sometimes. It's not like a very complicated bass line, but... And I'm not really changing chords. Oh, it's the lick. I think that was a bit of 5 there. 5 whatever. Oof. Welp. What does it say? Do you still have the harmonica I brought to NYLT? Oh. I might actually. I might have it. Let's see. Let me read the rest of this though before I go get it. Outside of all the knowledge he's saying here, codes my dumb comment. Wow, that's a pretty nice Michael. Wait, what does that even mean? Outside of all the knowledge he's saying here, codes my dumb comment. Maybe you meant comes, but M is not close to D on the keyboard, so I don't know. Okay, yes, it is a pretty nice mic holder. I have a real mic stand, but not a real mount. And actually, I could have a mount because there is a mount that came with this mic, but I broke it one day, like 5 years ago. It wasn't that long, like 3 years ago. I had the mic for a few months, and I was like, "Ooh, I want to, tinker with this and be like, oh, what's inside or whatever." And then I broke it and couldn't put it back together because there was a rubber gasket inside of a metal thing, and I couldn't get it back inside once I took it out. So the mount is broken, and I don't even know where the parts are anymore. I emailed Monoprice, who makes this microphone, and they never got back to me because I was like, can I get just the mount or something? Because I thought, maybe they could just send me the single part. I don't know why that couldn't happen, but they never got back to me, so... I'm thinking about getting a shock mount that's made for like a Blue Yeti, because Blue Yetis are also really big, and this is a really big mic because it's a USB mic, so it's extra thick, and so a normal shock mount won't work, but a Blue Yeti will. let's see. The Real Brody says, my progress learning bass is stagnant because I play until I injure my wrist and let it rest for 4 days in a never-ending cycle that will ultimately lead to me quitting bass. Or it will ultimately lead to your muscles getting stronger so you don't need to do that. Alright. Okay, so what's comes, yeah. Dude, okay, now I really want to find that harmonica. Okay, I'll keep playing stuff. I do have it. So the story behind this harmonica, well, it's not the story behind this harmonica, but can you see it has like blemishes on it and stuff? I don't know. It basically, there's something called NYLT, which is a Boy Scout thing, and and I just saw Iconic. So basically, I went to NYLT with this guy Eric Hughes, and we met there. I didn't know him before that, and then basically at the end, wait. No, I'm thinking of a different time. Okay, because this harmonica actually has... Hey, what's up, Agu? Is that how you pronounce it? Agu? I'm sorry if that's not how you pronounce it, but this harmonica actually has more story behind it, because I did have it at NYLT and I like played it all the time. But at summer camp before that, I think, or maybe after it, I don't know, at a summer camp sometime in Boy Scouts, there's a camp called Camp Parsons. And I went to Camp Parsons. It's like a really famous camp. It's like almost as old as Boy Scouts. So it's like 100 years old. I think their 100-year anniversary was like last year or something like that. And they have something there called the pier jump, where they have a really, really long pier. It's like one of the longest piers in the state, and Washington State. And so then they'll let you like jump off of it. I should be playing piano. I'm sorry. They let you jump off of the pier, and it's like a 20-foot drop sometimes. And if it's too far, like if the water's too far down, then they won't let people go, because it's like, oh, it's not safe, you know, to fall like 25 feet, because if you belly flop, then you might die and stuff. So it's like, okay, let's not do that. But at the pier jump, I jumped off with this harmonica one day, and I played it as I fell down. And it was really cool. Anyway, it was fun. That day was like the second to last day of camp, which is really the last day, because on the actual last day you leave at like 10 a.m. So it was like the last day, and they opened up the end of the pier. They normally have like a side place where you jump off, but they opened up the end of it so that lots and lots of people could go at once. And I jumped off with my harmonica playing. So it's like got some tarnish, because I jumped into salt water with it, because the little inlet or the bay that the pier is on is attached to the ocean. It goes to the ocean, so it was salt water, and it has blemishes now. But there's the harmonica. Not quite in tune. Yeah. Yep. Plays Piano Man as he jumps off. Yeah, I can't actually do anything with the harmonica. I don't know how to play harmonica, but it's fun to like pretend that I'm good at tonguing or something, because it's like... And it's like, oh wow, I can tongue, but that's not the same thing as brass tonguing. So but you know, I'll fake it until I make it, right? So it's literally just like a G7 chord and a C major. C major if you blow in, G major if you suck in. And it's slightly out of tune. I don't know if it was out of tune when I got it. Probably not. It's probably gotten out of tune since then. But anyway. Yep. The old harmonica. It was sitting under some rolled up towels, which I have this plan. I don't know if it's a dumb plan or not. It's pretty dumb, but I have this idea that sometime in the future I'm going to do a live stream where I play 1 million notes on the piano. And the way I'm going to do it is by like basically getting a bar, like from a barbell, and wrapping it in towels, and then just like pressing all the keys at once. So it'll be like 88, 88, 88. Well, it won't be 88 because it'll only be the white keys, but you know, it'll be like 60 keys at once. So it'll be like 60, 60, 60, 60, 60. And then I'll do that for like 2 hours and I'll play 1 million notes. Now someone's going to go steal that, of course, but it's an interesting idea. I think it would definitely work. You know, I'm thinking like that might get some views, right? If I say I'm playing 1 million notes, because people are like, how is that possible? And then I'm kind of cheating because I'm using the barbell with the towels on it, but okay, you want to make a truth functional logical argument which is valid and can be proven valid using at least 2 of the first 8 inference rules, implication rules. Okay, so yeah, I could swipe my hand up and down the keys. That wouldn't be nearly as fast, because if I press them down, then I can do like 60, 60, 60. But if I have to do it like this, then it's like 60, 60, 60, 60, 60. And like if you sweep too fast, you won't actually hit the notes. I don't know. I could just say I'm doing it. Just like, you know. There. I got it. But yeah, I could do that. The other thing is that would probably hurt my fingers after doing it for an hour. But yeah, I'll probably do it at some point in the future. But dude, I have a project. I can't tell you about it yet. Well, I guess I could tell you about it, but I just don't want someone else to steal the idea, so you'll see. It'll come probably in a couple weeks. You could make a machine that did it for me. You'd also have to ship it to me. Yeah, of course you can make a machine to do it. And actually, when pianos are made, there is a machine that does that. It presses all of the keys, at least if it's a good piano. Hey, I appreciate it, Kyle James Martin. Yeah, anyway, so pianos are made, like, okay, so I saw a documentary a while ago about Steinways, because, you know, that's like the standard or whatever, right? Steinways. And they have machines that will, like, hammer and pound on all the keys. Oh, okay, I see. Anyway, but and the reason why they do that is because they don't want the hammers to be too soft. Because if the hammers are too soft, then the tone will be extra soft, and the tone will change over time, which you don't want. You want it to be consistent for a while. So they pound all the hammers, and they'll literally hit all the keys like 1,000 times or something like that. And of course, if you're hitting all 88 keys, then that's on the order of 1 million, or maybe it's like 1 order of magnitude less. But yeah, 100,000 is what that order would be. But I like playing an F minor. G minor is also fun. Okay, here's the biggest chord ever. There's your 49th chord right there. In salutation of my video. What did I find helped me get a bigger musical vocabulary, as in harmony? I don't know, man. I think jamming with myself, yeah, definitely a lot of it came from that. But I think, it's weird because you think you can just like come up with new ideas, but really what I've been playing mostly today, like in this live stream, is really all the same thing. It's just like kind of a bunch of, it's that kind of cadence of like just having a minor key and then going from the root down and then going to the 4 and then going to the 5 and doing some dominant function and then going back. But like, so I'm just trying to say like what I've been doing today is not super complicated, but in general, I think listening to great music is fun because like if you know, it's harder to reach a sound if you don't know what you're reaching for, if that makes any sense. I don't know. Like, listening to good music from people who are more experienced and smarter than you is good. So, like, I love Charles Mingus and I love Jacob Collier. I know that, like, 2 different time periods there, but Charles Mingus and Jacob Collier are kind of like my go-tos for jazz listening at the moment. I also love Oscar Peterson, although he's more like, I don't really get much in terms of like learning harmony from Oscar Peterson, but I love listening to him because he kind of does the kind of piano improvisation that I try to do and can't do because I don't have the chops for it. Art Tatum's the same way. Art Tatum and Oscar Peterson are, they're kind of like what's a good metaphor? They're like, you know, the two guardians of like crazy virtuosic jazz piano. I don't know. Yeah, want new ideas playing a diminished scale? Yeah. That's a diminished scale, I think, or maybe I'm playing it backwards. Anyway, diminished scale is like you just alternate half steps and whole steps. It's an interesting thing, but I'm sure there's metal out there that's diminished. But you know what? I'll make some trance in diminished modes just for you. How about that? You know, I haven't really posted any trance on my channel ever, but I have made it sometimes. And well, I don't know, it's not real, it's not like great trance. I don't listen to trance like ever, but it's fun. It's fun to make because it's just like do 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 do. I don't know, maybe I'm just, it's more like Eurobeat stuff, but yeah, whatever. Call it trance. Yeah, Corey Henry is another one for sure. Yeah, I like Corey Henry. But to be honest, yeah, just for you, Brody. Shoot, I forget. Did you have another name? I forget if you had another name besides Brody from the Torch for the Spaceman thing or whatever. Anyway, okay, so what am I talking about? I was talking about like inspiration for harmonic language. Yeah, so I don't know, like honestly, a lot of people don't really thrive on theory, but I do. And so like I actually really sometimes get stuff from just like hearing someone like reading something where someone's like, oh, let's talk about this chord, and I'm like, whoa, that's super interesting. It's like, what is this chord? Well, we've got just a major triad and an open voicing here, and then we've got a dominant 7th chord a half step below what the major chord was. Elijah. Okay. And then you have, so this is like C major, and then we have a B7, sorry, not a B flat 7, but a B7. And so it's like this really interesting thing, and if you were to call it functionally from C, then it would be a sharp 11, sharp 9 with a 6. And it's like this really interesting like super major chord, and this came up in the context of Jacob Collier. Jacob Collier used this chord somewhere in U and I, and so this was like someone commenting on my video earlier today, someone commenting on the largest chord ever, with regards to super ultra hyper mega metalydian, and then he talked about like if you change it there. Now he wasn't talking about it as a polychord like I just said, but anyway, like looking at theory stuff like that, it's like, well, that's a sound that I wouldn't have come up with otherwise. So thinking about that kind of stuff can be fun, you know, like if I want to come up with something that's interesting, you know, like I could just do like, you know, parallel movement, because that always sounds jazzy, right? So if I have just like a major 9 chord and then I move it parallel according to some sort of scale, or I jump around a bit. Okay, well that had a weird bass. That's like as if I was playing an E major 9, but then I play an F and a C in the bass instead. Interesting sound right there. Pretty dissonant. I mean, most interesting sounds are going to be pretty dissonant, but you know, I can do that, and that sounds like kind of jazzy and cool. But if I want to actually come up with new stuff, then I think about doing something different, theory-wise, and like that's not necessarily normal. But that's where I get a lot of it from. Yeah, there's Jacob Collier's all-note chord. I forget how it goes exactly, but it's like, yeah, I think it's like, it's something like that. That was just kind of out of nowhere, but. This is the first time I've had a live stream where people are actually talking to me. I think it's probably because of the clickbait title, but it's kind of interesting, and I'm not really doing my Logic homework, so I should probably update the description, but whatever. Okay, that sounds terrible. That was fun. I like that progression. I think this will be recorded, but what is this Logic homework for? For Logic. Yeah, I have a Logic class. Yeah. Logic. What is it actually called? What is this class actually called? It's technically Philosophy 120, but it's Symbolic Logic is the name of the class. Class does have one more than or more than one S. One more than S? I don't know what that would mean. Okay, I should like tune the. I can change the fine tuning of the keyboard, I think. So the harmonica is super sharp, but I think I can. I want to try this. Okay. Let's see. Will this work? Function. Wait. Tuning. I found the fine tuner for the keyboard. Let's see. Okay, so we are 15 cents sharp now. Okay, that's pretty much right. I think I just figured out what helps me. Just being around other people who love music as much as I do. I feel a lot of modern music nerds mostly talk to others like them online, but not so much in real life. Dude, I feel that so much. I don't know anybody in real life who talks to me about music theory. Like, well, okay, that's not true. There is one guy. I know one guy, and we talk about music theory, but he's not as he's not as like deep into it as I am. And so like, it's really fun to talk to him. But like if I want to talk to him about, like, let's talk about, like the pattern avoidance and the super permutation problem of consecutive repetition and avoiding that when constructing a chord in 12-tet. It's like I can't talk to anybody in real life about that. So there was one guy on the Reddit thread for the video that I posted where he actually like responded to me, and he totally got what I was saying, and he responded to me, and he said some stuff, and I was like, oh, that's really cool, and like I hadn't thought of it that way. And like now I'm gonna respond to him probably tomorrow because it's pretty late, but like we might actually be getting somewhere. I don't know. Like it's really cool though to be able to find people online who share your super specific passions of like, let's just like super mathematical music theory. It's like that's so cool. Eric Jean, I appreciate you. You're here. That's cool. We don't really talk about music theory though. I feel like we never do that. Like I guess maybe you would be more interested in the math and the computer science. Maybe we should talk about music theory more then, eh? Because I was thinking about Michael, but like, yeah, like Michael is not gonna talk to me about that stuff. I mean, he'll talk to me about it, but yeah, we should do that more though. Because yeah, I guess. Oh, whoa, that was weird. What am I doing now? Okay, what is this? A minor, I guess it's like a minor seventh over the major, a minor seventh chord over the sharp 7 with respect to it being minor, but okay, like the flat 1, I guess. Whoa, lots of messages. I'm here? No, not really. Sometimes. That's who I thought you were. I'm up for it. Dude, who is Zamboni Zombie Bot? Oh, bye. Okay, he just said bye. Oh, goodness. It is midnight. It's midnight where I am. It's like 3 a.m. on the East Coast. This is like the worst time ever to live stream, but I found out that actually 7 a.m. my time, Pacific time, is optimal for uploading on Saturdays on YouTube, which is like odd to me because it's so early for me, but I'm realizing like, okay, I guess since it's Saturday, that's like 10 a.m. on the East Coast, and in Europe, they're still awake. So you get Europe, and you get the East Coast, and you get the US through the day. So it makes sense, but that's who Zam is, Andy. Wait, what? A guy from a Discord. Oh, I read those in the wrong order. 2 a.m. Why are you watching my live stream at 2 a.m.? Dude, there are 9 people watching. That's so cool. Dude, I think you can see how much I'm smiling right now. That's so cool. Because last time I live streamed, there were like 2 people, and they never said anything. Well, no, that's not true, actually. One guy did say some stuff, but it just wasn't that fun. Yeah, back then I had like a mirror set up, so I had like my music stand, and then there was a mirror on it so that you could see my hands. But this time I was too lazy. I didn't set that up, and my computer can't handle. Like, I was thinking about doing like the MIDI visualization, kind of like you saw in the video today, but that would put too much strain on my computer, actually. So, oh well. 9 a.m. Where are you? Where is it 9 a.m.? That's like GMT, isn't that? Isn't that GMT? Yeah. I think you mean... Oh, yeah, I think you mean latitude-wise. Longitude is like east-west. Latitude is north-south. That's fair enough. See, it's interesting how we hear harmony bottom up, and I mean that makes sense because the harmonic series works that way. But like a C over an F sounds really good, and a C over an F like there you go. But if you do an F, F over C will also work great, of course. Right, C over F, F over C. But if you flip them around, so you have an F note over a C major chord, then it just sounds terrible. So am I in college, out of college, doing something with music professionally, I hope? I honestly probably will not go into music professionally. And I'm never going to stop playing music because I need music for my sanity, but I have a very specific, although it's like the biggest question ever, it's not that specific, but it's directional, but it's a big problem, and it's the problem of meta-ethics, basically. Just, I mean, it's pretty broad, right? But I'm going to study meta-ethics because I just think that that is objectively what I ought to do, and what ought to be done in general. I think that my moral basis in general, as far as I am able to control my actions, my moral basis is that we should structure our actions and structure everything as far as we can to maximize the chance that we actually figure out meta-ethics, because it seems very unlikely that we do have it figured out because there's so little agreement. Like, there's a lot of people who don't even think that ethics is fundamentally real. That would be nihilism, and like 27 or 28% of moral philosophers, or not moral philosophers, but philosophers are moral nihilists. Obviously, you aren't a moral philosopher if you're a moral nihilist, because that doesn't make much sense. Well, I'm sure there's some way you could twist that so that that works. But anyway, the point is, there's very little philosophical agreement on the case of ethics, so... Yeah, I'm gonna keep the YouTube going, yeah, for sure. Like, I'm doing this all within, like, schools happening, and so, yeah, I think this YouTube channel will probably go on for quite a long time. But, yeah, so I want to research meta-ethics, and I think, if morality is an inherent part of reality, rather than just a fundamentally meaningless biological construct that enabled our survival, therefore we have it as an instinct, but it's not really real, if that's the case, it doesn't really matter. But if it is there, and it is an inherent part of reality, and we haven't figured it out, that's bad. So I think we should invest in superintelligence, because that's our best bet at finding it if it exists. And if it doesn't exist, then it doesn't matter, and we haven't wasted our time, because it's not like we oughtn't to have done that, because oughts wouldn't exist, or should, you know, ought means should. How about that snow? Yeah, it's snowing around where I live. I live at an undisclosed location in the world. I think I already said in this stream that I live in Washington, so yeah, there you go. You have a whole state. Yep, snow is interesting. I had to shovel the driveway today. That was fun. It was so bad. I don't know. It wasn't that bad, I guess, but it's really tedious, and it's not only is it tedious, but it's also pretty physical. Do I live in Washington? Yeah, well, maybe. Maybe I don't. Maybe I live in Mars. You don't know where I live. You might think that you know where I live, but actually, when you were at my house, it was an Android copy of myself. And I actually live, like I just said, I live on Mars. Oh no, that sucks, because you play guitar, right? So, don't want to sprain your thumb. Maybe he lives in Canada. I might live in Canada. You never know, man. Okay. I have an idea. I've wanted to do it for a while. I think I'm gonna do it probably maybe soon. I don't know. I have a lot of musical projects going on right now, but I want to like beatbox in like a weird, like cringy way, but then basically transcribe it with real synths and stuff. Well, just because people will live on Mars by 2060 doesn't mean they don't live on Mars yet. Okay, this was originally supposed to be about my logic class, so let's go over the logic here, okay? So basically, what we've got here is denying the antecedent. Sorry, denying the antecedent. So the fallacy that you've committed is denying the antecedent, and denying the antecedent is basically where you say if X then Y, not X, therefore not Y. So that would be like, an example I love to use is if something is a star, it has mass. So denying the antecedent would be saying if it's not a star, it doesn't have mass. So obviously there's plenty of counterexamples to that. The Earth is not a star, the Earth still has mass. So that's an if X, then Y. If you say not X, therefore not Y, that's denying the antecedent. So what you just said is NASA says people will live on Mars by 2060. So basically what you're saying is if it's 2060, people will live on Mars. And then you said it's not 2060 yet, so therefore you do not live on Mars. But that is denying the antecedent. So there you go. See, okay, Eric Hughes and Eric Hamilton, you guys were supposed to link up through me and make a video game back in the day after NYLT. Dude, I know so many Erics. Goodness gracious. There's 3 Erics in my jazz band. I know one of them the Eric Hamilton, who's here very well, and another one pretty well, whose name is spelled a little differently with an A. And then the third one I know, like, kind of as a friendly acquaintance. We don't hang out, but I know him kind of too. So I know, like, so many Erics. And then there's another Eric, actually, at the school who I haven't talked to in a while, but I guess I know him too. So I know, like, 5 Erics. And I only have, like, a couple friends, really. See ya. Oh, yeah. I'm glad you were here. You showed me how easy it was to do upside down text because I googled it after I was trying to one up you in the comments. So I appreciate you. Okay, you taught me stuff. Okay, I'm still having trouble reaching stuff because I took my keyboard out to tune it differently. I'm hoping that nobody is suffering from having perfect pitch. And oh, the thing I was gonna do though is play harmonica. That's what I was gonna do. Hey. I've never tried playing piano and harmonica at the same time. Okay, this doesn't have a 4 chord. I can't play a 4 chord in this. Wait. Oh! Wait, does that mean... Hang on. Is there a 4 chord anywhere in here? No, I don't think there's a 4 chord anywhere. I thought I... I'm trying to play, obviously, Lord of the Rings, but... Dang it. I'm trying to do this coordination. Billy Joel it up, yeah. If I could. Well, the thing is that the 4th does exist as the 7th of the 5. And so, like, this has the 5-7 chord. And the 7th of that 5-7 is the 4. So there is a 4th in there. It's in there, yeah. I'm trying to get, like... There it is, right? How is this still... flat? The heck, man? All right, let's try. This is a quarter tone sharp now. That's pretty right. That's the 4. Oh no, that was terrible. No, is it gonna be good? There you go. There's a little 5-1 ending. But what's fun is like to do it like a 5. So you have like. So you do a Picardy instead of just going 5-1. Or what's even better is that like to really tell your audience that they're gonna hear a 5-1, you do a 5 sus 4 and then a 5, and then like people expect 1 like so hard. You expect 1 so hard. So if I go like this is 4 and then 5, so I'm just establishing the key here. Now if I go right, then you wanna go there. But if I do the same thing, then I can trick you. That's a deceptive cadence. It's literally just called a deceptive cadence. It's just whenever you have a 5 that doesn't go to a 1. And God, I just got another notification on a comment I left on a video like it was like a month ago or something. I'm still getting notifications of replies to it because that comment has like 5,000 likes. That one comment has like twice as many likes as my entire YouTube channel. Maybe I should like compose something on stream. I've done that before. I did a live stream a while ago where I made a flamenco trap beat, and then that turned into Two Brained, which is a track off the EP, off the Known Deception EP, which Two Brained got like 38 views, so nobody knows about Two Brained, but Two Brained was an interesting track. I really liked it, but nobody really listened to it, which is fine. I mean, I was blown away by how many views Moving Day got, because like Moving Day just organically got like 600 views. I just uploaded it on my channel. I didn't share it to Reddit. I mean, where would I share it? There aren't really places where you can just like share your music because those would get spammed. So it just organically got like 600 views, and that's like a lot for my channel. Most of my videos don't get that many. But my favorite song I wrote is Moving Day. Yeah. Moving Day is my favorite song, but there's a couple of close seconds. Phoenix was really cool, and that Phoenix, like that was my video where I was like, the best song I've ever made, right? Phoenix was really cool, and I would say that Phoenix was probably my favorite or second favorite until Moving Day. And then the other one is Xenoblivity. Xenoblivity I spent an incredible amount of time on. I spent like 35-40 hours on Xenoblivity. Yeah, Xenoblivity was really cool, and like it's just like a really fun EDM song. It's kind of inspired by the Fat Rat, like I had in the video. But yep, you want to remix Moving Day? Yeah, I'll send you stuff if you want it. Like I'll send you the isolated vocals or whatever. That'd be cool. Somebody asked to remix it when the video originally came out, and somebody else responded like, you can't remix fine art, and like I was like, I appreciate that. Calling my music fine art, but I don't know. And I responded, and I was like, I don't know about remixing it, because I was feeling all like egotistical and like I don't want my perfect art to be meddled with or whatever, which is like just total BS. And so yeah, I'm totally up for it being remixed. But my least favorite song that I've ever made, oh my goodness, my least favorite song I've ever written. Oof. Let's play a really dark chord. How about that? You like that? Parallel minor ninths. This is how I feel about the worst song I've ever written. I don't know. It depends on what you count as a song that I've written or a song that I've published, because it changes. The worst song on my YouTube channel, I don't know. There's a playthrough of Branching, and Branching has some ones that are like not great. But you know what? I'm gonna use my phone to look at it instead, because I don't want to like kill my computer, basically. But yeah, I Came to Win was a song that I Came to Win was probably the song that gets the most, it's like the most improved award, but the opposite. It's the song that I thought was the best thing ever when I wrote it, and now it's just like complete trash. So I Came to Win, I think it's still on my channel, but I don't know. I have to look. But I mean, there are songs that I composed when I was like published. Okay, published. Yeah. I mean, okay, so a lot of people don't know this, but I published like 4 albums that I then took down later. It was 3 albums and an EP, and they are no longer on Spotify. Branching was one of them, and Branching, if you go back all the way to like it was like the second video on my channel. There were some videos before that, but I deleted them. So Branching was an album as well, and that's still available on my channel. But yeah, I would have to say probably of the ones that are still available, that's hard. Branching has some duds on it for sure, but none of them are super terrible. Do I have a list? Oh. Yeah, I don't know. Probably Digital Jungle. Digital Jungle from Branching was not very good. But in the albums that I published and then took down later, there were some really terrible ones. On Limitless, so Limitless was my 5th album, and it's the first one that's still up. Limitless, I think my least favorite song on Limitless is the second to last one. What is it even called? I don't... Like a Villain. It's called Like a Villain, and actually, Like a Villain... I remember someone saying they really liked Like a Villain, and I was like, really? Because it's kind of trash. But anyway, Like a Villain is basically my attempt at distilling chill music. Not chill as in the modifier chill, but chill as in the electronic genre chill. And it's just like the most stereotypical stuff you could possibly think of. Like, you get a piano playing the 4 chords, and then you just have like, I don't know. It's not my favorite genre. It's fine, but it's not my favorite. And somebody asked me to make a chill track. I was actually on a Minecraft server back in the day, and I was like, hey, does anybody want me to make a custom track for them, because I'm bored and I want to make music. So somebody was like, yeah, sure, I have a vlog that I want to do later, and like, can you make this chill track? Can you make a chill track for me, and it needs to be like 4 minutes long? And I was like, sure, yeah, I can do that. And so then I listened to an hour of chill music, and then took some notes about what it was, like, what is chill music, how do you make it, and then I made a chill track, and that was Like a Villain. And so the play on words is obviously like, it's chill, so it's chillin' like a villain, ha ha ha. But anyway, that's probably my least favorite song that's still out on Spotify, which is why I put it towards the end of the album. But I thought it was good enough to get on the album. There were some songs that just didn't get on the album at all because I didn't think they were good enough. So it definitely, like, I wouldn't say it's bad. I just say it's like kind of neutral as far as I'm concerned. I don't love it or I don't hate it anyway. Yeah. Okay, what to play next? That's an interesting sound. Ooh. I don't know what I'm doing. I saw Adam Neely an Adam Neely tweet today, and it was like he was responding to some guy. He was responding to 12 Tone, not just some guy, but 12 Tone, the man himself, 12 Tone, and 12 Tone was like making a joke about how you know, pop music is getting objectively worse because there are less killer sax solos. And then Adam Neely was like, how dare you disrespect Carly Rae Jepsen? And he linked that one that starts with the or whatever at the beginning with the sax. And then and I don't remember the lyrics or any of that, but I think at some point it probably says baby, right? The Real Brody. I hate both of my songs. I don't even count them as songs. Well, you know what? You have to remember the past to improve in the future. So count them as songs. Count them as maybe bad songs, but count them as songs so that you can say my songs have improved. So you're being honest, and you're improving, and it's good, and stuff happens, and it's like, yay, good. Which is, that's kind of the reason why I haven't deleted the weird time signatures, super weird time signatures video. Because it's kind of a terrible video. But it was my first hit. You know, it has like over 100,000 views, so it was my first hit video, and ironically it's like one of my worst videos actually, but although I was looking back at my old theory videos and they're just like, the pacing is all terrible. I've improved so much in my theory videos since the beginning, talking about like, what is the most important aspect of a melody or whatever? Is it rhythm or pitch or tempo or timbre? God, that video was so terrible. I might have even deleted it because it was super bad and nobody would ever get anything useful out of it, but I just always do that whenever I want to sound like I was impressive or something. My last video was one of the best. Being honest is for losers. It's not the best you've seen. What video is better than my video that I posted today? I'm interested in that because I think it's my best video. I think, well, negative scale reassigning was pretty high quality too, but I think that what is the largest possible chord is my best video so far. Am I going to any Jacob concerts? No. I'm so sad about that. I'm gonna play more minor ninths because I'm sad about that. I'm the show in Washington State, which would be at Seattle. I'm not gonna be around when that show is happening, so I'm really sad about that. But I am not going to see Jacob Collier live, which I really, really wanted to. But oh well. Oh, you said, if not the best I've seen thus far. I thought you said, it's not the best I've seen thus far. Okay, I misread that, sorry. Yeah, okay. Makes sense now. Okay, D flat. Nope. We just want to party just free. I know, it is sad. This probably is really weird because like I don't see your chats until like 15 seconds after you send them or something, like it's like 20 seconds or something like that, so it's kind of weird how it syncs up, but oh, you're right. It could be C sharp as well. Okay, well I'm back in F minor now because F minor is so natural. You know, I made a video a while ago called "Why Are So Many Electronic Songs in F Minor?" It's not a bad one. It's not like super good, but it's not bad. And it's interesting. Basically the reason that I figured out kind of afterward is that club subs, which are, you know, the place where you get paid to play your EDM, typically max out at about the 45 hertz mark, which is what this note is. This F is at 45 hertz roughly. So if your electronic song is in F, when the drop hits, it hits that 45 hertz, and that's like maximum power, because you want to be able to hear the bass if it's in headphones or something, but you also want to be able to feel the bass, and so that 45 hertz is kind of like optimal for it. Anyway, it's cool. Look at this. Eric Jane with the inside stuff. Oh, I Came to Win has 420 views. Okay, nobody watch it. We don't want it to go above that. Yeah, good thing I didn't actually click on it, because then it would have 421 views, and that's no fun. All right, so you're not allowed to watch that video anymore. I'm gonna go make that video private, so that I'm probably not, but yeah. Anyway, dude, the reception of the video was pretty good though. Lady Gaga's first song was Just Dance. It went to the top 100, and it's a bop. Well, that was not Lady Gaga's first song. It was the first song that she published through a record label. Definitely wasn't her first song. Yeah, no, I'm not going to unlist it. I'm still going to leave it there for people to see, because I don't want to erase the past. But I did like change the title and the description, and I pinned a comment that were all like, "This video is terrible," on the Weird Time Signatures, Really Weird Time Signatures video. And I made a follow-up which was okay, but actually there are some problems with the follow-up as well. Namely that I wasn't willing to admit fully, or I wasn't willing to admit enough that I was wrong about the 3.75 over 4, and that it really doesn't make any sense to call it that. But it would have all been avoided if I had just lied to everybody and said that it was still 3.73, because you wouldn't be able to tell the difference sonically. But anyway, yeah, 1516 is what it was. I'm sorry, but do you remember that like really cool jazz band arrangement of Havana from the Jazz Festival a while ago? Do you guys still play it in marching band? It's kind of old now, as far as it goes as a pop song. I uploaded a cover. It got like 11 views because it was on a second channel, but a second channel which was rebranded, and then that video was deleted. But yeah, okay, I mentioned that a couple seconds ago. I guess he hasn't seen it yet. But I guess he's gonna. Okay, this is weird with the sync being so many seconds off. But yeah. Yeah, so I said that before I saw your message, but because this is so out of sync, because we're like 20 seconds apart, I said it, and then I saw you type it, but you probably typed it and then heard me say it. So anyway, yeah, we're both on the same page though. Oh, that's an interesting sound. I mean, it's not that interesting. It's just like, oh boy, it's a sharp 11, but it doesn't have anything else in it. So it's just like this Lydian sound. Yeah. Hyper Lydian. Well, that's super Lydian. And then you go like, I don't know. It was like 23 seconds last time. Last time I did a live stream. I timed it by typing something in chat and then seeing how long it took to show up on my phone. Or show up on the stream, sorry. So I like typed something in chat and then put it on the camera and then like timed it like that. But it was like 23 seconds last time. But yeah, about 30 seconds. Logic homework. Haven't really done anything on it. I've read the assignment. It's not due tonight. I mean, it's past midnight, so of course. Well, I guess actually, technically, it is Sunday right now, so it is due tonight. But as in, like, it's due in, like, it's due in 23 and a half hours-ish. So, oh god, now it's gonna get confusing because I want to talk about tomorrow, as in Sunday, as in like the period of time within which I will be awake, following the period of time within which I will be asleep, coming soon, but that's still technically today. You used Stats for Nerds on YT, yeah. I always thought it was funny how they like have that little thing. It kind of reminds me of the way that Discord talks about stuff. Like Discord's always like joking around, but YouTube does that a little bit, but only with stuff like that, I guess. How much you want to bet on having jazz next week? Yeah, I think we will, but it depends whether it snows again. And a hi-hat on the right, but I would need a clap as well. Okay. That kind of sounds like a distorted 808 already. It's not exactly right, but it kind of sounds like that already. So let me put it back into normal tuning, and then I'll scoot the keyboard back in so that I can access the low notes. Okay, here we go. And now, I can put the mic like this. Okay. I know that's not Gucci Gang, but how does the bass line in Gucci Gang actually go? I don't remember. I can split the keyboard though. Let's see. I'm not sure if the drums would work properly, but all right, we're gonna try this though. They have an analog kit, I think, but there we go. Okay. Okay. Yeah. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. I won't explain why, but it's not gonna work. It's just like the way the split works. It's not gonna work. I'm sorry. What's up? Gucci gang, 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 Gucci gang. I actually have trouble saying it too many times, you know. What's up, Eric? You said also Andy. Oh. You say you won't say where you live, but that channel description. What, does it say like Seattle, Washington? Probably does. Yeah. Well, I guess now you know my address, right? Because Seattle is so small. Yeah, that's probably what I say, right? Alright, let's change that text to, and other stuff. Okay. There we go. It's Ogic and other stoof. Alright. There we go. Now the stream is perfect. You say you won't say. Oh yeah, okay, that's what I just read. Okay, how does Gucci Gang actually go though? Initiates hacking. Oh, you want to see some hacking stuff? Should bring up a screen capture of my Visual Studio. If I put it in dark theme, then it'll look like I'm hacking. What do I want right now? I want to find Gucci Gang, and I want to scoot in my keyboard so that I can actually reach my computer keyboard. All right, Gucci Gang chords. No way, there is a Gucci Gang. I mean, of course there is, but there's a Gucci Gang Ultimate Guitar thing. Oh, this will be great. All right. Yo, yo, Gucci Gang, yeah, Lil Pump, you, Gucci Gang, oh, yo, Gucci Gang, 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 spend 10 racks on a new chain. Alright, that's it. We want to keep this monetized? I'm just kidding. This isn't monetized. I never monetize my videos, which is... monetizing my videos would help them get more views, but, oh well. Why did you put an address in the chat? I'm going to not allow that. Sorry. Yes, you may go to... You should probably go to bed. I should probably go to bed too, but you know what? This is just so much fun. Okay, who else is watching? Okay, because I see Real Brody here, Eric Hamilton, Eric Hughes just commented as well. Who's the other two people? Because I'm not watching myself from my phone. So there's two other people, man. Who's on here? Is it? It's a restaurant? Oh, okay. Well, sorry, I already pressed hide on it. Oh, okay. Okay, I don't need this YouTube ad. God. Look at this. Look at this. Look, can you see that? Look at that. 5.3K. So many likes on that one comment. Yeah, that's like about it's a little less than twice as many likes as my entire channel has, I think. The two others are Adam Neely and Andrew Huang. Oh my god. That'd be cool. Yeah. I think Jacob Collier is probably the person I would freak out the most about meeting. But Andrew Huang and Adam Neely, I would definitely freak out about meeting them too. And and I know this for a fact with Andrew Huang, because Andrew Huang, when he like responded and he was like, "Nice job, Andy. I really love the atmosphere," or whatever, on moving day. I freaked out about that, and I was freaking out for like an hour about that, and I finally calmed down, but it was crazy. And that was like just him communicating to me on the Discord, and he spent like one sentence. It was like, you know, and I guess he watched moving day, so it was like 6 minutes of his time, and I freaked out about it a lot. But yeah. Which I kind of expressed in the video today. 7 now. I see 6, but yeah. Ague. God. Yeah, there we go. Moving day, opening chord. Okay, back to Gucci Gang. Yeah, you know what? No. I'm sorry. God, that's hard. I can't do that with my left hand, not that fast. It's like a double stroke, basically. That was a double stroke. It was a triple stroke before. And then we just keep on growing. Something like that. That's the main riff for a song for a jazz band that I'm probably gonna make, but I don't know, we'll see. It's like getting pretty late in the year, like second semester just started, so I don't have tons of time to compose it. Lumberjack voice, yeah. Do. I have an exactly average vocal range. I'm a baritone. And that's the lowest note I normally hit. And some days I can hit a little bit. What is my jazz band called? It's called the jazz band of my high school, which is an undisclosed high school. Yeah, it's not like my band. It's a band that I play drums in. So, yeah. Yeah, sorry to disappoint. Yeah, another thing that you can do to just inspire yourself. I think the guy who was asking about this left, but sometimes I just play random stuff and pretend that it's jazz, and then sometimes the random stuff is good. So it's like, okay, well that works, I guess. Because you're like, you know, like what I was just doing with like, it's like, oh, well that's an interesting sound actually. Whatever it is, you know. It's just like a dominant 7 with a 6, but oh god. No, it's jazz band. It's not pep band. Pep band plays a bunch of pop songs, and I don't know if they play Seven Nation Army. Eric Hamilton could answer that because he's in the pep band of my school. But yeah, no, jazz band we play jazz music. Like we play swing mostly. We're playing a hip hop tune. I don't know. It sounds weird to call it a hip hop tune because it doesn't really sound at all like what we would currently conceive of as hip hop, but it's like old school hip hop, but in a jazz band form. So it sounds nothing like modern hip hop, but it's interesting. It's called, what is it called? Oh shoot, what is it? What is it even called? I don't even remember. But I remember how it goes. Dup, dup, dup. Anyway. Dude, 5 is fun. Yeah, I can't quite hit that. I can't quite hit that F. Can kind of hit the F sharp, but that's like my proper lowest note. It's odd how much I don't know if you meant that as a joke, but I recognize it as a joke if it was a joke. It is odd. Ha ha ha. Really? What about 6? I feel like 6 is pretty easy though, especially if you play 3. But yeah, 11 is fun. Oh my god, wait. I'm trying to remember how I was feeling 11. So, because 11 is going to be 4 long, 1 short. So it's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 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 1, 2. That's 11. That's a nice way to feel 11, is like feeling it in the middle like that. But you can also just feel it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, well, that's fair. Yeah. That's fair. But okay, so did any of you see like Adam Neely's video on 9/8? He mentioned that like right of the right of the Valkyries theme, the that is in 9/8, and like yeah, it is when you feel like that. I don't know what the notes are, but those sound right, kind of. Anyway, but when you play it like that, but that's not really how it's done. It's like more, it's like swung to an extent. It's like da ba da ba 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 da ba. It's like da ba da ba ba da ba da ba. It's not that. It's ba ba da ba 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 da ba. And that's exaggerating it, but it's kind of like swung a little bit. So it's not hard 9/8. But anyway, it's probably written in 9/8 because I imagine he probably like has seen the score before, and I haven't. So it's probably written in 9/8, but it is swung. At least like I don't know. Maybe that's just like an interpretation thing that players just do that, even though it's not written, but or it's not intended explicitly. But that's how I normally hear it. Okay. I don't know. We've been going for like a while at this point. I think it's probably maybe a good time to wrap things up. So, I don't know. There's a delay, so like you won't see this until like 30 seconds from now, but did he respond? The legend? Oh, yeah. See, look at that. Okay. Anyway, I think that that is probably going to be about it for this live stream. So thanks for tuning in. And yeah, I don't know. I guess that's about it. All right. See y'all. How do I turn this off? All right. Bye. Nope, that's not what I want to do.